Long ago, before the stars had names, and before the moon kept count of the nights, there was a goddess who walked the earth. Her name was Elara, and she was the keeper of life and growth. Where her bare feet touched the soil, flowers bloomed. Where her fingers brushed the trees, fruit swelled ripe and sweet. The people of the land loved her, for she fed them, clothed them, and sang them to sleep with the rustling of the leaves. But the world was young then, and the hearts of men were simple. They did not yet understand the balance of things, how life must be given to sustain life. They took from Elara without thought, plucking her fruits, cutting her trees, digging her earth, and never once did they stop to whisper thanks. The goddess did not blame them, for they were still learning, but her heart grew heavy. The earth, too, began to weaken. The rivers ran thin, the soil turned pale, and the trees bore less with each passing season. One day, a great drought came. The skies burned empty, and the land cracked like broken pottery. The people cried out for rain, but none came. They looked to Elara, their goddess, their provider. But she stood silent, her face as dry as the earth beneath her feet. "Why do you not help us?" they begged. "Have you abandoned us?" Elara closed her eyes. "I have not abandoned you," she said softly. "But the earth is tired. It has given all it can. You have taken and taken, but you have not given in return." The people did not understand. "What can we give?" they asked. "We have nothing but the gifts you have already given us." Elara smiled, but it was a sad smile. "The earth feeds you," she said, "and in return you must feed the earth." Still, they did not understand. And so, the goddess made her choice. That night, beneath a moon veiled in sorrow, Elara walked to the heart of the land, where the oldest tree stood, its roots deep as time itself. There, she knelt. She pressed her palm to the earth, and with a whisper too soft for mortal ears, she gave the last of her strength. Her skin paled, her breath slowed, and from her wrists her lifeblood flowed, thick and rich, into the soil. The earth drank deeply, hungrily, as if it had waited for this offering for centuries. The cracks in the ground sealed. The rivers swelled. The trees shivered, their branches heavy with new fruit. By dawn the land was green again. But Elara was gone. The people awoke to a world reborn. The air was sweet with blooming flowers, the rivers sang with fresh water, and the trees bent low with food. At first they rejoiced, thinking their goddess had answered their prayers. But when they searched for her, they found only the great tree at the heart of the land, its bark dark and glistening, as if stained with something old and sacred. It was then they understood. They fell to their knees, weeping. They touched the earth where her blood had fed it, and for the first time they felt the truth in their bones, that life was not a gift to be taken, but a circle to be honored. They built no temples, carved no statues, for they knew she would not have wanted such things. Instead, they learned to give as she had given. They buried their dead with seeds in their hands. They offered the first fruits of each harvest back to the soil. They whispered thanks to the wind, hoping she might hear. And sometimes, when the moon is high and the world is still, the oldest among them say they see a woman walking between the trees, her feet bare, her hair woven with vines. She does not speak, but her presence is enough. For though her name has faded from the tongues of men, the earth has not forgotten, and neither should we.